Yeah, so here we are with Jesse Smollett and the racial hoax that he tried to pull along with his friends in the Obama administration. High-powered friends that they had, obviously they're working together in the upper echelons of the black community to pull racial hoaxes and psyops on us. And this one here, I mean, it seems like they were going for, a full-on racial war they wanted. I mean, we got a fake lynching, the guy wearing this, little piece of twine around his neck when the cops came to pick him up or even talk to him. And they saw that it was a hoax immediately, and he just kept on with the story. Everybody knows this story. But it shows you just how far and how deep the psyops run, and it's come up in my comments section from some black folks that watch my videos. I, believe it or not, do have black people who watch these videos and are subbed to me, and they're asking me, what my real feelings on race are, and that's a difficult subject because, I mean, there's a lot that goes into what I think. I mean, on one hand, I'm a white guy and I love my own race, and I want for the future of my race, I look at these things and I say to myself, well, look, obviously somebody doesn't want my race to continue. Somebody wants my race to die, obviously. And we, white people watch videos like your Colin Flaherty videos that were coming out, and they've been suppressed, obviously, but, just showing black people going off on white people in every way imaginable, lighting them on fire and beating them in the streets. And, that's hard to watch and not get angry, get pissed off about. I get pissed off when I see that. Because I see, the real animosity that certain blacks have for white people. And I know it goes both ways. I understand that. But, not as much. If you look at the statistics of race and hate crimes, black people commit hate crimes on white people. You call it that. They commit crimes on white people at a 5 times higher rate than the other way around. So for me just to sit here and say, let's all get together, let's hook it up with everybody. No, I don't say that. I'm calling out to my own people to get it together, And okay, so that's one side of it, And I see the people in my comments and my people who, believe that too. And then I notice that there's other people that watch because I'm also into the conspiracies and I'm into the racial hoaxes and the hoaxes in general. And so that part of me says, hey, man, they're pulling this stuff on us to divide us too, to divide blacks and whites and Latinos and everybody else. They don't want us to get together. In the end, I have to come to terms with both sides. The side that wants the betterment and the fulfillment of everything, all the promise that the white race has, and I that's one side of it. And then the conspiracy side that sees the separation from the tribe, that wants us all fighting each other so that we never see them for what they really are, which is an infestation of hate and fear and loathing and disruption in all the races, There's so few of them that they have to, but they are so powerful that they own all the media and all the print and everything. So they can drive a wedge between everyone. In the end, I think people should just get together with their own kind and, try for the betterment of their own people. And that would make everyone's life a lot easier. If there's so many things that come into this, it's so hard to talk on because people get the wrong ideas, they, in the end, I feel like that, kind of like Muhammad Ali did, believe it or not, when he said, a red bird stays with a red bird. And the reason that it doesn't mess with the bluebirds is because it wouldn't be red anymore if it did. And that's just like whites and blacks. Blacks should stay with their own kind and not mix in. He said that. He wanted to have black children. He wanted to have babies that looked like him. You know, that was way back in the 70s, in the early 70s when he said that. And I agreed with it. I agree with it when I watched it. And I still agree with it. And whites should do the same. You stick with your own kind. It doesn't mean that you have to absolutely detest everyone else. It just means that you really love your own kind and you want a future for your own race. I don't want a bunch of beige people running around. I don't mind seeing black people. And I don't mind seeing white people, surely not. And I don't mind seeing, any race. It's fine. And for people who are mixed race, I mean, it is what it is, man. I could see you having both sides of it, seeing both sides of it. I understand that. And I know a lot of mixed race people, and they're torn on that. They're not all black or all white or all anything. And I can totally see how they would have differing views than me. But I'm a white guy, so I speak on, for my own kind. But I've also had extreme conversations with black people and Mexicans and Latinos, everybody. Extreme. Because once you get in a conversation with me firsthand, I don't hold anything back. I really don't. And I'm not trying to walk the line here. I still believe in the 14 words. I honestly do. I want to secure a future for my own people, my own babies. I expect others to do the same, but not at the cost of my culture, not at the cost of my people. Why is it that everybody can get together and band together and march, and even cuckold whites get in the march with those Black Lives Matter people, remember that? And then the Black Lives Matter people told them to get to the end of the line, and you could see in the faces of those white people that came there to march, you could see in the faces the pain, of being told, hey, get to the back of the line, you're not very important, we need black folks up here. You see how that works? Even those idiots realized, hey, these people really don't care about us, man. It's all about them. So it's always about everybody else but the whites. And that's what kills me. I mean, I get questioned for making, videos where my disdain for the people who fall for these racial hoaxes and beat white people in the streets when the cops pull back, in all these racial hoaxes that we see, and the black man, he always gets a get out of jail free card. This black bastard right here should be imprisoned for what he tried to do. If I went out and said that black people did this and they beat me, and if I was a star, and can you imagine if Tom Cruise did something like this? I mean, people would be calling for his head. So, a disjointed video on race. I'm trying to work it out myself, but let me be clear. I want a future for my own kind. If that's wrong and if it offends people, then you don't need to watch my videos, because first and foremost, that's what I want. Okay? Now, if we can all get together and people see the shortcomings of the ideologies preached by people like this man here and all the race baiters on TV, if people of color see that and they fall for it, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear from you. If you fall for these things and you think it's good, and you have a sorrow in your heart for Jesse Smollett and people like that, well, he was just trying to get through to, we're going to buy into what he was saying, that even if it is a hoax, he was trying to make a point. I've heard these kinds of things coming out of people's mouths, and it just boils my blood. No, that's not what he was doing. Him and his Kamala Harrises and his Barack Obamas, they were trying to drive a wedge between people and make hate for whites. I mean, look at this. I mean, all of this is a stage. I don't know if people believe that you've got, it's all actors. I mean, everyone you see on TV is an actor. Donald Trump too, all of them, they're actors. They've all got their SAG cards, like I've said in past videos. They're all on there to drive a wedge between all of the American public. I mean, I will be in arguments from the things I've stated here with some people in my comment section on this video. Whites, blacks, Asians, Mexicans, all of them will question. It doesn't make any, no matter how closely knit we are in our thoughts, there's still going to be questions about, race and hate. And there's always going to be those questions, no matter how clear I try to make it. But, like I've said before, I'm not a hateful person. I live amongst everyone. I try to be as kind as I can to everyone. And I got to be honest with you, people are kind to me too. Most people are very good to me and very nice to me. And maybe it's where I'm at, I don't know. Here in Arkansas, it's not as bad as it's been in other places as far as race relations go. We get along here more than other places that I've lived. So, it's just hard. It's hard to talk on. It's hard to come to any strong point of view, except for that I love my people. I don't think that's wrong for me to love my people. But I do listen, I understand. And I've lived a long life, pretty long here. And I've known a lot of people, a lot of different people. And I've known black people that get up every single day and go to work and try real hard. And sure, of course, there are millions of those too. I mean, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. There are people like that in every race. Of course there are. And people who try real hard, and people who don't look through the lens of hate on everything. I mean, I have neighbors that black neighbors that we share, plates of food with each other. We check in on each other. I mean, they watch my videos. They know how it is. They know how I feel. But they don't hate me for it. They understand that I'm working things out in my own head. And in the end, that we can have people like that still stand strong for their own kind, but they don't tread all over everybody else. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing people tread on me. They're treading on my people because they felt like they've been tread on all their lives. And they don't realize that it's really the tribe that's pushing all these hoaxes on everybody and all this race baiting. And they fall for it, and they hate me when they see me. They hate my kind, my people when they see me. They auto-hate me because I'm white. And I'm supposed to auto-hate them because they're black or whatever color they are. And you know what? It's not so black and white. It's not so easy to see sometimes. Like what the TV will put out there for you, I don't know. It's tough. And as you can see, I fight with this internally, but I do know that there are good people on all sides, but there are also evil people on all sides. And what I'm seeing is that the replacement rate of whites is staggering. I mean, we tried to find a good symbiotic relationship with the places that we finally put roots down and stayed in, and down to 2.0 children apiece. And that way the systems that we put in place would be ran by our children and then ran by their children. But no, we put affirmative action in, and we bring thousands and millions of people and we let them break into our country and come across here illegally, and then just replace us, replace the workers, replace the white people that set everything up, and they don't do a good job of it. They didn't build the systems. They don't know how to maintain the systems, and those systems are falling apart. So it's rotting from the inside out because, and white folks aren't standing up for themselves and saying, hold on, we really built all this. I know you guys might have helped some, but let's be honest about this. We built this country. Blacks did not build this country. Did they help? Well, sure they did. Did Mexicans? Sure. I've met Mexican iron workers, and of course they helped. But in the end, we all have to admit that this is a white country built by whites. The infrastructures are built by us. I mean, come on. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. This is ours. Now, we let people partake in it, and then they take over. They take over, and then the narrative changes over the years from the builders that did all these things to white folks didn't do this, black people did. We built this because you heard it on TV, because somebody said it. No, do your research. I have, and I know who built it. And I've said before, I'm continuously building it today. I still do it. I build it every day. And when I'm out there in those places and those plants and I'm building things, I see who really builds it. It's whites. We're out there. I don't see huge crews of black men coming in and doing massive amounts of work like me and my buddies do, putting in conveyors and building those conveyors at the shops that I build them in, and doing not just conveyors, everything that's built for plants and everything on the roof and setting units, air conditioning units and huge units with helicopters and cranes. They're whites. The people that are doing all this are white people. They have to be, of course. We've been trained all of our lives to do these things, and that's what we're going to do. So, you come and you push a broom around the job site and you help a little bit, people of color, and then you go home and tell everybody you built it. Well, I did this. Look what we did. And they just push that on you that, hey, look what you guys did. You guys did this. You helped build this country. Take it away. Take it away from the whites. They don't deserve it. They're racist. Oh, no. If you guys are going to fall for that, if the people of color are going to fall for that, then it's going to have to be called out. And that's what my job is to call that out. And to not sit idly by anymore while my people are defamed and beaten and lit on fire while, not and have to remain silent on the subject or be called a racist. That's insane. So rewatch all my videos, see what I'm talking about. I don't think that black people realize what's going to happen if they're replaced. I think they got a little taste of it with all the Latinos. That's your replacement. White people ran away, right? White people ran, white flight, We try and we go and we make other communities. And then, they Section 8 us and they bring in more black people and more Latinos. And we can't have that area either. We're running out of space to run away from. And I'm not running. I'm going to stand here and we're going to say, no, you're not coming in. Have them build your own communities. What the hell? Why come into a place that's already been built up by whites, come in, and within 10 to 15 years, the whites are out of there, and then you guys take it over and act like you did it, and you built it. And no, you're just going to poison yourself again, guys. I remember the story that came out that, up there in Baltimore, it was all filthy and shit everywhere and just rats and, the plague coming back, okay? So what happens? 400 or 500 white folks took trucks and trailers up into Baltimore and they went into the blocks where everybody lived and they cleaned it all up. They took thousands of trailer loads of shit out of that community and cleaned everything up. And they got called racist for doing that. For going in there and showing the people of color, hey, here's how you do it, guys. I know you guys are just renters here and everything, but you don't have to spray paint your walls. You don't have to bust out the windows. You don't have to light shit on fire. You can clean up your areas, even if you don't own them. And you can take pride in your community, a little bit of pride, man. Instead of just saying, oh, it's run down, it's bad, we can't do anything about it. Oh. You have no power because you don't want to seize it. Well, I'm seizing my power. White people need to seize their power and stand up and don't worry anymore about being called racist. Don't worry about caring for your own people. Just because I care for my own people, I will reiterate, because I do care for my own kind, doesn't make me racist. It makes me a realist. I want to see my people continue. If there's something's wrong with that, then tune out. Don't listen to me. Okay? Because I'm not telling you not to love your own kind. I'm just telling you I do love mine. So, just a quick one, guys. Not really. 20 minutes long. And it is what it is, people. This disjointed conversation. But there's a lot of information in there. It's just my thoughts. And I'll do these more often. I want to do at least one of these every week, just so you guys know where I'm at and my thought processes. But hey, hit me back in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Listen to this a couple of times because I realize it goes all over the place. But I want to leave you with that. I want to leave you with this. It is not wrong for me to love my own kind and to want the betterment of my own people and to try to secure, a future for white people. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not going to apologize for it. So, that, it is what it is, people. And I want to get it together with everybody, but people are going to have to understand my point of view. And I need to make that clearer. And I hope this video clears it up for some people. And hey, let's get it together, people.